Apparently wild turkey like mushrooms. Dang it. We're finally getting winter temperatures that are not below freezing. It's looking like 40 degrees for the next couple of weeks. So we're gonna go ahead and get our mushrooms planted. First step to get our wine caps and oysters planted is to get our substrate ready, which is gonna be a mix of oak wood chips, straw, and a variety of compost and ag byproduct. First step, let's get the oak chips from grinding our stumps shoveled up. Lay cardboard down in the beds we made. Just to prevent weed growth. That's probably fine. That'll do. So we're going to be doing a lasagna compost style, where we start with cardboard and a layer of substrate, which is going to be straw, soil, compost, and wood chips, hardwood chips specifically. We're going to sprinkle the mycelium over the top of that, and then layer more substrate, more mycelium, more substrates, and that's pretty much it. Wine caps need about 6 to 8 inches of depth, so we're going to get started on that.
I'm having flashbacks to the logs.
This will be a lot more pleasant, don't worry. Just breaking up the spawn here. Very powerful. Very mighty. Pardon the shouting. Dog ran off. Probably more than we need. And then some compost or ag byproduct. Just get a little mix. The big thing with straw, there's a lot of air in the structure. So either mulch it up into smaller pieces if you have the ability to, or just make sure after you mix that you sort of compact a little bit and compress it as much as you can to get rid of air pockets. That will slow down the development of the mycelium, according to stuff I read online. About 2 inches of depth for this first layer, and then we're going to sprinkle with the spawn once I compact it a little bit. Just do my really bad river dance. Got our bucket of spawn right here, and we're just going to sprinkle a small layer. One layer down. Just do it again. That was easy. In 10 minutes, we just did what took us 4 hours of logs. The oysters are pretty much the same as the wine caps as far as substrate. The only difference is oyster prefers slightly larger substrate than wine caps, so no sawdust, just wood chips. Layer of straw for compost. Or mulch. Why are those words the same in my brain? All right, now that we got the beds done, we're gonna bring the logs out of the shed where they have been staying warm for a few weeks. Okay, we got our oak logs finished. We just stacked them in a nice tight pile with as little air gaps as possible on straw to suppress some weed growth underneath. We're going to soak them with the hose and then just leave them. Once we get closer to fruiting, probably next spring, maybe this fall if we're lucky, we're going to change the stack into more of a log cabin style with more airflow, which will help encourage fruiting. But for now, that's where they're going to be for a bit. And we also got both our beds finished. Everything's going to get a bit of a watering, and we're just going to leave them. Might put some plastic over the two beds to keep them a little bit warmer with some of our low temps, but we're still pretty close to 40 degrees for the next 10 days, so they should be okay to establish a little bit. You know it was a good day when your hands look like that. Well, you guys, I woke up in a cold sweat at 5 a.m. this morning, realizing that my oak logs were supposed to be raised up off of the earth. They're not in direct contact so that they can develop better. So I came out to shim them up a little bit. And what do we have here except a wild turkey rampage on our freshly planted mushroom beds. I can tell because out there's turkey poop, and there was a flock on our property today. Dang it. Looks like they mostly rummaged up the straw on this side. This is the oysters. I don't think they got too bad in there. But this guy got torn up pretty good. I don't think they did enough damage to actually prevent us from getting mushrooms, but I guess that's good to know that wild turkey are really into straw and mushroom spawn. Shoot. Well, I need to go ahead and get those logs up off the ground by a few inches and then clean this mess up. Oysters don't look too bad. Get out of there. You're making it worse. I know, you're tracking turkeys. If you find them, let me know. I'd love to have one for dinner. Oh boy, what a mess. This is how it goes sometimes. I knew putting these outside of a fenced area was a bit of a risk. Mostly I was worried about deer eating the mushrooms as they fruited. I don't know if they do that, but they eat everything else. I did not think that the turkey would get in here. And we did not get grain spawn on purpose, because that can attract rodents and birds and stuff. We knew that, so I got sawdust spawn. Maybe they weren't after the mushrooms. Maybe they were after something in the soil or the straw or something. Who knows? What I do know is I got to get these guys covered, which I was thinking about doing anyway to keep them warmer, but I got some greenhouse plastic. I'm thinking we'll just stretch it over the top. That'll at least keep them out of the beds, hopefully. I don't mind if they're around here, the straw and stuff, but not my mushies. Oh yeah, let's let's get these logs some airflow. I've said it before in this channel, but I dislike doing rework. I prefer to do it right the first time, but sometimes I just can't do things right the first time, you know? Probably not just me. Making progress. I had too much caffeine at work. Heart's thumping. All right. I think that'll do. Great knife. Birthday gift from the wife. I think we could probably just tuck it under the logs. It's gonna pool with water unless I angle it, but I don't really feel like building something for that, so we'll just let it pool, and then I guess we could use the pooled water to water the beds, because they're gonna dry out if the rain can't get to them. That seems fine to me. Into the notch, why not? Lessons learned, I suppose. I think that's enough mushroom content on this channel for a while. We'll move on to other things. I'll be back with an update on this project in probably 3 or 4 months once these guys hopefully start fruiting, and we'll let you know how they're doing. Catch you next time.